Actually, you know, I think we need a thriving port here in Fremantle, and whilst I understand that there needs to be safe export, I want to see lead exported through this port, because this port needs to be a thriving port. What I want to see is lead bullion, and for that to be formed at the mine site before it comes here, before it's exported. That would be the best solution. That would be much safer. That would be safer. It would be good for the port. We don't want to keep, you know, stonewalling development. We don't want to keep things out of the port that we don't need to, but we do need to make sure it's safe. There are solutions. We have to become creative. We have to work with the solutions that we've got, at the same time not risking people's health. On the issue of opposing the Greens' agenda to introduce curriculum into primary schools to educate children about the gay, lesbian, bisexual, transsexual, intersex lifestyles, this is what I say. First of all, the children, is it appropriate? Is it appropriate for children to be educated in primary school about these issues? The second issue is that if we are going to begin to persuade children through this kind of education that every form of sexuality and every form of expression of your sexuality is perfectly normal, then we're going to be undermining the very valuable institutions of family and marriage. And is that what we want to be doing as well? I'm very surprised that people are still using that term, same-sex marriage. That's a complete contradiction of terms. Marriage, as expressed by our constitution, is a union between a man and a woman exclusively. And so to say same-sex union between a man and a woman is a complete oxymoron. So the answer is no, I do not support same-sex marriage. Well, look, what's exciting is seeing people's lives transformed. And we were able to help some people who had been caught up in that whole cycle of drug addiction and abuse of substances, and they got free. They got absolutely free. They got a helping hand out of the enormous financial debt, and they also, and with that weight taken off them, they could then, that was just enough to pick them up and set them on a different course. And I've had contact with 2 women in particular since that time who are completely free of drugs. That's fantastic. That's what we want to see happen. Another situation was a man who had his electricity cut off, and because he didn't have access to power, he couldn't see his children. He couldn't have access to visits with his children, his son actually it was. And when his power was restored and when that debt was paid, and he could have access to see his son again, he brought him up to the office to see us. And it was just another story of hope, just cut right into a person's life and opened up hope for them. And it was wonderful, it was joyful, it was fantastic. And such a little thing can do so much. And that's the message that we want for, you know, to carry through the city. Little things, working together, loving people, caring enough to do things make a big difference.